is multiplying and dividing decimals. Please write the goal at the top and set up your notes for multiplying and dividing decimals. We're going to start with example 1, 38 and 5/10 divided by 5. We put the decimal in the answer before we even have an answer, and then ignore the decimal. So 7 times 5 is 35. With 3 left over, we bring down the 5. That's what's remaining. And 5 goes into 35 7 times. And there is no remainder. So 38 and 5/10 divided by 5 is 7 and 7/10. Notice that if we didn't have the decimal, it would just be 385 divided by 5 is 77. So the only thing we're doing with the decimal point is moving it from there to there and then ignoring it the rest of the time. If we do 5 times 7.7, then we have to do 5 times 7, which is 35. We carry the 3. 5 times 7 is 35, and add that 3, we get 385. There's one decimal, one digit to the right of the decimal, so there's going to be one digit to the right of the decimal in our answer, so we get the same answer. We get 38 and 5/10. For example 2, we're going to multiply 14 times 6 and 5/10. So we're going to ignore the decimal and do 4 times 5 is 20. We carry the tens. 4 times 6 is 24. Adding that tens is 26. Then we put a placeholder of a 0 and then did 1 times 5 to get that 5. 1 times 6 to get that 6. Adding these columns together, 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 5 is 11. Carry that 1. 1 and 2 is 3 plus 6 is 9. Now we have to determine where the decimal is. There's one digit to the right of the decimal point in our problem, so there's going to be 1 in our answer. And now we're going to turn this same problem, or similar numbers, into a division problem. 91.0, we can divide that by 6 and 5/10. To do that, we're going to multiply both numbers by 10. A shortcut for that is just moving the decimal point to the right. So we're going to rewrite this as 910 divided by 65. This is a shortcut that eliminates the decimal but gives us the same answer. 65 goes into 91 one time evenly with 26 left over. We bring down the remaining 0, and 65 is going to go in to 260 4 times. To see that, we can do 4 times 65 is 260. So notice that 14 times 6 and 5/10 is equal to 91.0. 91.0 divided by 6 and a half, right there, is equal to 14, which is what we multiplied it by. Multiplication and division are inverse operations. Now we're going to multiply 1 and 5/10 times 2 and 25/100. So 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Add that 2, we get 12. Carry that 1. 5 times 2 is 10. Plus the 1 is 11. Put a place holding 0. And then 1 times 2.25 is 225. We add the columns now. Notice we did not pay attention at all to the decimal point. We just ignored it. Now we're going to determine the number of digits to the right of the decimal. I'm going to highlight each one. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to have 3 in the answer. So the answer is 3 and 375 thousandths. Now we're going to divide 3 and 375 thousandths, see if we can work our way back. We're going to divide it by 1 and 5/10. So we're going to multiply both numbers by 10. That's what we do when we move the digit to the right. So I think that the difficult part with multiplying and dividing decimals may not be the decimals at all, but just multiplying and dividing. So we'll continue to work on that. You can write a conclusion for what you found to be true in this lesson.